What if your anxiety isn't about what might happen? It's about not knowing if you'll survive it. If you're always bracing for impact, this video will help you find peace without needing to control everything first. Coming up in this video, you're going to learn 3 real tools to stop wasting energy on things outside your control and finally feel more grounded. First, how to stop overthinking things you can't control so you can feel more calm and focused instead of mentally drained. Second, how to tell the difference between what's in your control and what's not, and why getting clear on that is the first step to peace. And third, what to focus on instead so your energy goes towards thoughts and actions that actually move you forward. These aren't vague affirmations, they're research packed tools to help you stop spiraling and start reclaiming your emotional freedom. Have you ever caught yourself bracing for something that hasn't happened yet? That's what worry does. It convinces us that if we stay ready, we won't get hurt. But most of the time, we're just walking around inside, holding an umbrella, waiting for a storm that may never come. The umbrella isn't protecting us, it just weighs us down. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put down the emotional weight of worrying about things outside of your control and what to focus on instead. Let's start with why we worry in the first place, even when it's clearly making us feel worse. A lot of us believe, without realizing it, that worrying somehow helps us prepare. Like if we worry about a bad outcome, we'll be more emotionally ready for it, that we'll be able to handle it better. But research shows that's actually not true. Worrying doesn't protect you, it doesn't prevent pain, it actually just prolongs it. And most of the time, it makes you feel bad before anything even happens. So, what can we do instead? First, you need to figure out what's in your control and what's not. So, draw 2 columns on a piece of paper. Label one column control and the other can't control. Then sort your worries. If you're not sure, rate your influence on a scale from 1 to 10. If it's under 5, it's probably something you can accept or release. Worry that leads to action is active worry. That's helpful. Worry that leads nowhere, that's unhelpful. That's what drains you. Once you see the difference, it gets easier to stop spinning in circles. The next strategy is simple but powerful: mundane task training. Think of your attention like a muscle. The more you train it, the easier it gets to stay grounded. Pick a task you can do every day, like washing dishes, folding laundry, or brushing your teeth. While doing it, fully engage in all 5 of your senses. What does it feel like? What do you see, smell, hear, taste? You're not suppressing your worry, you're shifting your focus. That shift is the muscle you're building. Now, let's talk about thought patterns. Using tools from CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, you can start spotting the ways your brain gets stuck. There are 3 common traps: catastrophizing, this is going to be a disaster; black and white thinking, if this doesn't go perfectly, I failed; generalizing, this one mistake means I always mess up. So the fix? Start asking yourself, is this a fact or just a feeling? Then take that what if and flip it. Flip it into, well, then I will. Something like this: what if my presentation goes badly? Well, then I will take a breath, get through it, and learn what I need to improve. You can't always stop the first thought, but you can choose what comes next. Feel the fear, not feed the worry. Let's talk about fear. Not avoiding it, actually feeling it. We often think that worrying protects us, like we're bracing ourselves emotionally, but it's just a trap that keeps us in stress. So picture a dark cloud overhead. The more you stare at it, the heavier it feels. Sometimes the fastest way through fear is to stop analyzing and let the feeling pass. Next up, build tolerance for uncertainty. We crave answers. We want to know what is coming, but life doesn't work like that. So instead of trying to get rid of uncertainty, start getting more comfortable with it. So try this. Don't recheck that email or text. Don't refresh the weather app. Let little uncertainties be. And when your anxiety spikes, ground yourself in the moment. Try this grounding trick. Describe the room you're in like you're narrating it to someone who can't see. The colors, the objects, the textures. When you get specific, your mind shifts away from worry and towards awareness. And that's where calm begins. And finally, set boundaries with your anxiety triggers. Worry thrives in environments that feed it, like doom scrolling or unhelpful coworkers, or even TV shows whose content pushes fear. Be intentional. You don't need to consume everything. Cut down time on apps that spike your stress. Limit conversations with people who tend to put a negative light or spin towards situations. Protect your energy. That's not avoidance, that's self-respect. So much of learning to stop worrying isn't about forcing yourself to let it go. It's about learning to feel safe enough to do it. When you start building that emotional safety by focusing on what you can control, shifting your attention and embracing uncertainty, that's when your nervous system starts to relax. If this video helped you feel more in control of your thoughts, the next step is learning how to remove fear from your mind so you can live with more calm, confidence, and clarity. Watch the next video, Overcome Fear: How to Remove Anxiety for Your Mind.